What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead Season 9, Season 10, Negan, the comics. So obviously, Walking Dead spoilers for the show, the comics. If you're not up to date, go get up to date and come back and then watch. But Negan is a character that either you love or you hate, or I guess you tolerate, but I think that he is a character that can have a redemption arc story for Season 10 and needs to. Now, Negan wasn't really seen much in Season 9, and that's okay. And overall, I thought Season 9 was very, very good. The Negan story arc in the show was very different than the comic. And in both parts, he gets out of the jail cell, but in the show, he goes back in. In the comic, he stays out, he goes to the Whispers, and then he comes back after a pretty big moment. I don't want to give it away, but hopefully it'll happen on the show. Comic readers, you know what I'm talking about. But Negan is a character that people do not like because he killed Glenn and Abraham. And I can understand that. But in Season 9, it was a vastly different Negan. And how can you not like the parts with him and Judith? I know I have. I think Judith is actually one of the best parts of the show right now, but we'll have to see Season 10 going forward. But Negan got out of the jail cell, went to the sanctuary, and really had nothing for him there, too. I did like that episode, and I did like the story arc of Negan going back to the sanctuary, but in the comics, the sanctuary is still there, and you gotta love this part, right? He went back to the part where he killed Glenn and Abraham and was like, wow, that is pretty awesome. That's Greg Nicotero at its finest. Pretty great stuff. And to be clear, he drinks the water and he gets sick from drinking the lake water, which you should not be drinking some zombie-infested, gross bacteria water. That's why he got sick, not because he felt tremendous remorse for killing Glenn and Abraham. Maybe he does, but that's not why it happened here. He got sick from drinking the nasty lake water, and that's why he threw up. He got a different leather jacket from Express Yourself Menswear, which is kind of funny, but ultimately, Negan went back to the sanctuary, and the show decided to do a major remix and make the sanctuary barren. In the comics, it's Dwight that takes over the Saviors and the sanctuary, vastly different than the show, which is okay. I don't mind the sanctuary falling. It's not a big deal, but the sanctuary was a part of a storyline that was kind of tough to watch for a lot of people. Season 7 and Season 8 was kind of the weakest seasons in my opinions. Is it Negan? Is it the Saviors? Is it a lot of things? But Negan going against the group is not a good part for me. I don't want to see that. I'm Team Family. I'm Team Rick. I'm not the biggest Team Negan fan. But if Team Negan joins up with Team Michonne and Team Alexandria and Team Hilltop, let's roll, baby. Let's take on the Whispers, release Negan, let him do his dirty work, take on Beta, take on Alpha, let him do this, get a Lucille replacement. Come on, let's do it. Who doesn't want to see that, right? Even if you hate Negan, if he takes out Beta or kills Alpha or fights the Whispers, how can you not love that, right? Well, we saw a big redemption story arc happening and building, and Negan saved Judith, and Negan saved Dog, and now he's part of the family. He got injured saving Judith. And a lot of people were like, Negan was the only one to go after Judith, and you had to watch closed captioning or this or that to find out that other people were actually looking for her too. But either way, Negan was the main one to find her. He cares about Judith. I care about Judith. We all care about Judith, right? I mean, some people are out there and like, I hate Judith, blah, 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 which is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. People are out there. They say this, they say that. They got a lot of hate in the world. But if you don't like Judith, I don't know what's wrong with you. But Judith and Dog were saved by Negan. And it was interesting because they talked about a dog and Negan's prior situations with dogs. And it was pretty cool. But either way, Negan got injured rescuing Judith. So that may complicate his ability to just leave the group and go to the Whispers and Alpha and Beta if that happens, right? Because he can't just get up and walk around and go there. But is he really going to leave and go meet Alpha and act like he wants to be a Whisper, or potentially become a Whisper and then be a Whisper, and then, you know, the big comic moment that's going to happen potentially on the show, maybe not with Negan, maybe it's Michonne, Carol, Daryl, or somebody else. But what is the future for Negan? Is he going to really fight alongside Michonne and Daryl and everybody there? And also, where is Lucille? Do you believe that Michonne was telling the truth, that she said that, you know, Lucille was left outside? Because I don't believe that. Because the Saviors had the sanctuary, right? They could have got on a motorcycle, they could have left and went to the field and picked up Lucille. And then had that symbol of the Saviors, of power, and that's really what Lucille is. Lucille is a baseball bat, a wooden baseball bat, but it's more of a symbolic thing to say, I have the power, like He-Man, I have the power. But ultimately, it's a symbol of the Saviors and Negan. And if you have Lucille around, it's kind of dangerous. So I really don't think Michonne just left it outside, possibly for some random Savior to pick it up, like Jed or, you know, Justin or whoever to pick it up, because that would be like, I run the Saviors now. In the comics, Dwight has Lucille and runs the Saviors. But Lucille's come a long way too. Hopefully we get to see Lucille. And honestly, I want to see the comic part where Negan is fighting alongside Team Family in the Whisperer War, and Dwight throws him Lucille, and he fights Beta with Lucille. And to be honest, that would be pretty badass. But if you remember Negan from the season 6 finale, and the 7 finale, and the 8 finale, and the 9 finale, a lot of big stuff has happened with Negan in the finales, setting up the future season. But he's come a long way after killing Glenn and Abraham, and then the attack on Alexandria with Shiva was pretty great. Pretty big moments happened in the finales, as they should, right? Even though the season 9 finale was a pretty lackluster finale, in my opinion. It was a good episode, but not really a good finale. And I just love that attacking Shiva. And I love the line when he's like, oh, yeah, the widow's alive. It's pretty funny. Just Negan has his little one-liners there too. And I do like that about him, even though he's kind of a little crazy. But it's pretty funny. Negan being Negan. And I think we can understand a little bit more what happened here with Negan and Jadis, right? Because Jadis was obviously selling people or giving people to the helicopter people that were bit or not bit or A's or B's. And I guess she was going to take people from the sanctuary, some saviors, to give to the helicopter people for trade. So I guess that's what it was all along. And to be honest, I want to see Negan looking like this, but fighting the Whispers and being part of Team Family. Wouldn't you want to see that? I mean, I guess some people hate Negan, so they're like, I don't want him on my side. I mean, he saved this or did that. But every time I see this photo, I see Dwight eyeing that scarf, and he took a scarf and like, yeah, give me that scarf. I'm going to take that with me and go to Texas and join Fear the Walking Dead. Screw you guys, I'm taking this scarf and I'm going home. But actually, Dwight is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, and I'm kind of excited for it. And check out our trailer breakdown if you want to find out more. And Negan's like, oh, you took my scarf. Oh, how dare you, man. But Negan's been through a lot, and everybody's been through a lot. Carol, Daryl, Maggie, everybody. You know, it's crazy. But Negan joining up with Team Family is something that I want to see. Hopefully you do as well. But what if Rick was here? Rick was here this part in the Season 8 finale, right? But if Rick was still around, if he didn't go on the whirly bird and fly to wherever with Jadis, would Negan be in his good graces? And how would this story arc be different? Because it would be different, right? I mean, we're finding out now why Negan was left alive. Negan was left alive really for Season 10. Not really Season 9, evidently, because he didn't do much. But Season 10, when they're going to fight the Whispers in the Whisperer War, most likely, Negan's come a long way. Releasing the Negan is going to be important because Team Family is getting smaller and smaller and smaller every season, every half a season. What's going to be in store for Negan? Is Negan going to get his leather jacket and Lucille and be able to fight the Whispers alongside of them? Is a question a lot of people are asking. I don't know, but I would think so, right? I mean, I still have to see some interactions with Negan. And Negan and Rick, that interaction was kind of terrible for the show because Rick was like, I'm going to kill you, not today, not tomorrow, not this, not ever. Actually, you're going to be kept alive for Season 10 when I'm not here, and you're going to fight the Whispers, so you're actually going to stay alive. And I can't wait for Negan to be like, oh, you are creepy ass, when he says it to Alpha. And you can kind of let crazy Negan be crazy against crazy Alpha, right? Two villains, two crazies going against each other. And I mean, Alpha's this kind of crazy, and Negan's this kind of crazy. So when two crazies come together, man, just sit back, get your popcorn, and relax. We're going to go watch a movie, you know? The Negan Show. It'd be great. But I do want to see Negan fight Beta, that's for sure. I don't want to see Daryl fight Beta again. We already been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But I do want to see what happens with Negan going forward. I'm very interested to see how it's going to be changed for the show, because you know it's going to be changed. Season 9 was some major changes in the dynamic of the show. But if you follow the comics, and I feel bad for the people who don't read the comics, please just go read the comics. Just check out so you're not lost. But the last time we saw Negan was issue 174. And it's been a long time since we've seen Negan. And today, Wednesday, April 3rd, issue 190 came out. So that's a lot of issues to be like, where's Negan? And to be honest, they've already interwoven some things that have happened in issue 174 with Maggie and Negan. So your guess is as good as mine for what's going to happen with Negan. If you want a Team Negan holiday ornament, you can check out Hallmark.com later this year, I'm guessing, because it's going to be a holiday ornament for November, December, October. I don't know when they actually come out, but that's pretty cool. Last year it was Zombie Merle and Daryl on his motorcycle, and now you have a Negan. So release the Negan, please. Angela Kang, You have to make it epic. You have to have certain things from the comics coming to the show, in my opinion. You have to have Negan being reunited with Lucille and fighting Beta. He needs to interact with Alpha and Beta somewhat. Carol and Negan have to interact, and some people need to meet other characters. We haven't seen that sometimes on the show, and I would like to see that in Season 10, please. So let me know your thoughts on Negan and anything related to Season 10, and thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it, guys. And please hit that subscribe button to join our PT channel, Walking Dead family. And remember, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.